Anyways, before we get into the actual news, we have breaking news, everybody. I awoke this morning to utter sadness. This comes to us from WDW News Today. The Buzzy audio animatronic from Cranium Command in Epcot has been stolen, everybody. If you don't think this is a big deal, then I honestly don't know what to say. Buzzy,
I don't even know who he is.
Neither do I. Honestly, I didn't know who he was before this either. But if you guys don't love Buzzy, you can just Alt F4 this podcast, because Buzzy is a piece of American history in my books. Buzzy has been missing. He's been last seen wearing a bomber jacket, a green cap with glasses, and also very chubby cheeks, I guess. There's a very excruciatingly sad. Lots of people have been put to work on Twitter. #FindBuzzy to try and help find him, because nobody knows who stole him or how they stole him. Because as you know, Disney does not like to spend money for some reason, removing their extinct attractions, especially from Epcot. So Buzzy has been sitting there for, when did Cranium Command close? Cranium Command has sat dormant in the Wonders of Life Pavilion at Epcot excuse me, since January of 2007. So yeah, this is very sad news, everybody.
The attraction's been closed since 2007?
I guess that's what it says.
And this animatronic has only just gone missing?
Yeah. Yeah. It's very baffling. I mean, it's Disney's fault for not removing all of it in the first place. I mean, I don't even think it's confirmed that it was stolen. I mean, I've been reading on Twitter that they could have just removed it. Disney could have just removed it by themselves, and send it away to like a vault somewhere. But I think we all need to jump to the conclusion that it's stolen. Let's see. There is a quote.
I'll tell you what matters.
Go ahead.
Wait. I'll tell you what matters. So when the Rivers of America train route was opened in 2017 at Disneyland, on the train you could see all these is that a milk carton? You could see all these horned lizards on this rock wall, and then there was this baby fox inside of a log being protected by its parents. And several months after this new route opened, the lizards went missing, and so did the baby fox. And it was widely talked about that it was stolen by a cast member. And so it was just so disappointing, because they just added to the scenery. But then maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, I rode the railroad, and Disney installed new ones. They installed new lizards and a new baby fox. So that's what matters, people. But this attraction, which closed in 2007 and was never being planned to reopen, and has sat dormant all this time, and just now has a missing animatronic that we don't even know is really missing, because who rode the ride to know it's missing?
I mean, that is a good point. Yeah.
And then you all think I did it.
Oh my gosh. We were like playing jokes on each other in the Discord, saying like, oh, I can't believe Rob Plays would steal. What is his name? Is it Buzzy? Buzzy. I can't believe Rob Plays would steal Buzzy. Or like, oh, I can't believe. What were some of the other ones? TPM vids. And then Alex was one of them too. So, I mean, it is a national tragedy, everybody. Yeah, like Alex said, even though Cranium Command has not been opened since 2007, I guess according to WDW News Today, Body Wars has been mostly destroyed, but Cranium Command was pretty much left to rot. Now there is a quote, excuse me, there is a quote by Backdoor Disney who was recently, I think his Twitter account got deleted, but then he made a new one. I don't know if you guys follow the Backdoor Disney drama on Twitter, but according to him, when he was removed, the hydraulic lines were cut while pressurized, and a large amount of hydraulic oil spewed everywhere. The police showed me photos of this. It didn't look like it was carefully removed. So, Backdoor Disney, for those of you guys that don't know, I don't know if he's a former employee or if he is an employee or if he's just some rando who sneaks backstage and takes lots of backstage pictures and posts them on Twitter. I'm under the assumption... Go ahead.
Backdoor Disney was the one that reported this animatronic missing?
Yeah, which is kind of suspicious, in my opinion.
It is, and the fact that he says that the lines were filled with pressurized hydraulic fluid is very strange, because if the attraction's been shut down for this long, why would they still have a hydraulic compressor running?
That is a very good point, Alex. I mean, maybe they run them every once in a while. I don't know, but...
It sounds to me like he just wanted a juicy story to tell.
That is a good point. I mean, like I said, I don't know if you guys follow the drama regarding Backdoor Disney. Like I said, I don't know if he works there or if he is just some rando who visits the parks. I'm under the assumption that he works there, just because he's released in the past he's released a lot of backstage. I think he was the one that released the images of Stitch's Great Escape with all the skin off, so it was just like the animatronic part. So yeah, I'm under the assumption that he works for Disney, but I think it was yesterday or 2 days ago his account got deleted, or either he deleted it or Twitter deleted it or Disney had it deleted, and there was also a rumor floating around that he was arrested. Which I don't believe that, but yeah, then he comes back with his new Twitter handle, and then he says that Buzzy has been stolen. So I don't think there are any confirmed pictures floating around the internet currently of the police images that he was talking about, because from his quote, I'm under the impression that he didn't see it himself, but that he talked to the police after the fact that Disney realized it was stolen, and that the police showed him the pictures.
Maybe he talked to the police and saw the pictures while he was in his jail cell.
Ooh, that's a good point. This is very juicy, you guys. But yeah, so Buzzy, if you have seen or know any information regarding our poor friend Buzzy, please use the hashtag. What was the hashtag? Hashtag find Buzzy on Twitter. I don't think there's anything else in this article worth noting. I guess I'll do one more quote from them. Stealing an audio animatronic requires two things: technical knowledge of how to disconnect it, and a team of people to carry it, as they are quite heavy. How a company as large as the Walt Disney Company could be aware of a team of people trespassing into a building and doing this is mind-boggling. Someone would need to have some experience to cut a pressurized hydraulic line, and according to the sources, there was hydraulic oil spilled everywhere when he was removed by the culprits. After disconnecting Buzzy, it would also take more than one person to carry him out. How does something like this happen without Disney security noticing? So I guess I don't know the layout of the scene that he's in. But apparently he's up pretty high, and I think you have to have like a ladder or something, or at least like a small step stool to be able to get up to him. And from the images, he looks like he's this big, so it would take more than one person to do this. But then again, I don't know if I actually believe that he's missing, just because there's no pictures, and we're going off the word of someone who repeatedly violates Disney. What is, I don't know what I'm trying to say, who repeatedly takes pictures backstage at Disney, who had his Twitter account deleted, who may or may not have been arrested. I don't know if that's true or not, but Yeah, so I don't know how true this is, but if it is true, we need to do everything we can, you guys, to get Buzzy back, because he was my hero. Go ahead. What?
Don't ask me how I know this, but most of Disney's, at least human-sized animatronics, run on a pressurized fluid of about 500 pounds per square inch. That's enough, as one Imagineer put it, that when there was a weird glitch with one of the country bears, the bear managed to push his piano across the room. So, and in the olden days, said that Mr. Lincoln had a glitch one time and managed to smash his chair with his arm to splinters. So, imagine trying to cut a hydraulic hose with that much pressure in it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, they say, you know, an air pressure of 50 psi can blow a hole in your skin.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so now imagine hydraulic pressure, which is usually a lot higher. It's just like, that's just strange. You know what I think? If he really was stolen, I bet when they cut the hydraulic line, there was no pressure in it, just had some residual fluid.
That's what I was thinking.
Created a small puddle on the floor, which someone said, it's everywhere! So, that's what I think happens.
Yeah, I think that as well, because, like you said, why would they keep... Because, you know, it's not running. It's been closed since 2007. That's 11 years. Holy cow. Yeah, you wouldn't think there'd be a lot of fluid in his tubes. That sounds really weird to say.
You can go ahead and say it, Matt.
But anyways, yeah, so I don't know if it was someone who works for Disney, or most likely it was someone who worked for Disney who managed to sneak back with a couple of his pals, you know, some wire cutters, and like one of those oversized strollers, and just wheeled him out of the park, probably, because I don't know how Disney would not catch like a team of at least 3 or 4 people, like normal people, walking backstage with like wire cutters to cut him down. Yeah, that doesn't make sense. Unless the wire cutters were already in there, but
I'm just imagining like some guy like walking out of Epcot with the animatronic in a large stroller.
Yeah, I mean, it's plausible. It's definitely plausible. The only question is how they got the wire cutters into the park. But I mean, it is totally possible, I guess. Again, I don't know how big this thing is. He looks pretty massive. Maybe at least, I don't know, like 4.5 feet tall. He looks pretty wide. I don't know.
They're usually bolted in several different places.
Well, yeah, you know, I guess then they need military grade wrenches. Is that what you use? I don't know. But
no.
Anyways, I mean, yeah, it is totally plausible.
Thank you for trying.
We're just gonna move on. We've been talking about Buzzy for too long. Yeah, if you guys do know any information regarding Buzzy, use the hashtag FindBuzzy on Twitter. I'm gonna be following this and updating you guys on any new information we find the next stream. Sam said all they have to do is pull the camera footage of one of the exits. I mean, you'd think that that's what they do, but as of now, I don't think we have any new information. Or as of the stream started, we don't have any new information regarding him. It could have been Plankton, for all we know, like in the image, but moving on to... Hey there, Mountaineers. Hope you enjoyed this short excerpt from the recent podcast, and if you did, be sure to check out the full episode. The link will be in the description.